Welcome back to episode 3 of our Home Garden Plan Along series. My name's Alexa, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to source seeds for growing your home garden, and I'll also mention how to find seedlings that you can easily just purchase and transplant directly. So when you grow your garden from seed, you unlock the potential of all of these different varieties of plants that you probably have never even tried before. There are over 10,000 different varieties of tomato plants across the entire world. 10,000. And how many of you have probably just bought a big red tomato from the grocery store that tastes like poop? Tastes bland and disgusting, and you're like, why do I even buy this? It doesn't taste like anything. I've grown over 60 different varieties of tomato plants in my gardening years, and I have gotten the opportunity of trying a full, flavorful palette of tomatoes. And it's amazing because I found I really don't like green tomatoes. And I'm not talking about unripe tomatoes, but tomatoes that are green when they're fully ripe. But I love dark purple tomatoes. Those are my absolute favorite varieties. And I tell you this because we have to diversify our food palette. We have to try new things. We can't just always buy what's at the grocery store, because when you're investing time into growing a home food garden and you've grown, let's say all of this squash, you've put so much time and effort into growing all of this squash, and you've battled with insects and all of these things just to go to the grocery store in season, and it's like 50 cents, $1 for each of these squashes, and you're like, I just spent so much time and effort growing this squash, but it's so cheap at the store. But if you are growing varieties that are not easily available at the store, then you're going to be more excited to have that. You're going to be really excited to try it and be like, wow, this is something that I can't get anywhere else. And it kind of brings you back into the garden when it gets really hard. So I have a pretty big seed collection that I have gotten over the years, and I keep all of my seed packets stored in a big photo box. You don't have to have all of this, so don't feel intimidated, but I want to share with you some of the different retailers that I buy seeds from. So if you're looking for rare heirloom varieties of vegetables and fruit plants that you probably are going to be hard pressed to find anywhere unless you grow it yourself, check out Baker Creek Seeds. It's rareseeds.com, and they have the most beautiful assortment of heirloom vegetables. I have tried so many different things from them, but just look at how beautiful these carrots are. Okay, the Sart Royaliste tomato, one of my favorites. It tastes so good and it's beautiful. This is a variety of turnip. You're not going to find these anywhere else. My next favorite is M.I. Gardener. So M.I. Gardener does have a really great collection of unique heirloom seeds as well. And their seed packets are typically $2 a packet, always. And for years and years, it's been that way. And they really tried to commit to $2 seed packets. So migardener.com, definitely one of my favorites to buy from. Last year, I bought some seeds from Pine Tree Garden Seeds, and I had a positive experience with all the seeds I purchased from them. Also grown from High Mowing. And then if you're just going to Walmart or Lowe's or just kind of any normal retail store, you're going to find a lot of burpee seeds, which are fine. I mean, I love these seeds too. They have great germination rates, and I've really never had any issues with these. And there's also wide varieties of organic seeds as well. I don't really find the need to buy organic seeds versus non-organic seeds because I'm growing my food in an organic way, and I'm not trying to be a certified organic grower. So to me, I save the money and don't typically buy organic seeds because the seeds that are coming out of the plants, they're just fine. I am going to put a blog post up on my website, Bloom and Wilt Gardens, with a very extensive list of a lot more online seed sellers that you can go check out. These are some of the more common ones. And so this time of year is really good to buy your seeds and not to wait too long, because what ends up happening are seed companies start to sell out of their stock. And if you are looking for really specific, unique varieties, you might want to go buy them sooner rather than later, because those things tend to go out of stock because there's more of a limited supply on those. If you're on a budget and can't go out and buy seeds, there are some free options to obtaining seeds. And the first one is going to be seed libraries. Contact your local libraries and ask them if they have a seed library program. That's where people come and donate seeds, and you can go get them for free. All they ask is that you at some point in the future come back and donate seeds back to the library, and that can be after the end of the garden season. Maybe you grew a tomato, save some tomato seeds, and then just take some back to the library to kind of replenish that seed library stock. So those are very popular, I know, in my area, and gaining popularity around the country. Also get a lot of really cool varieties by participating in seed swaps. This is where you get a group of friends together and you share seeds with one another. You give each person, some seed of what you have. They give you some of their seeds, and that way you can grow your collection pretty quickly. A lot of the seeds that I have, I've gotten from seed swaps, both in-person seed swaps and also online seed swaps that you can find in different like Reddit or Facebook groups. Just, use discretion when you're participating in anything online and giving out your home address. And if starting plants from seed is intimidating to you, or you're just not in the season of life or have the space to be able to do that, you do also have the option of buying started plants from garden centers, nurseries, but I would really support and encourage you trying to find local growers and farmers, maybe from a farmer's market, or contacting your local extension office to get in touch with people who are growing plants from seed and trying to sell them. Because then you are, one, creating community with the people who are growing food in your areas and connecting with that local source. I myself have participated in lots of plant sales over the years and always appreciate when people come to buy my plants. It helps support my family. And you have the ability of knowing how those plants were started. You can talk with the grower and understand what kind of seeds they used, what kind of, method of growing their plants in a controlled environment was like. You just can have more of those discussions to know, full circle where your food's coming from. If you are buying started plants, do not go out and buy a tomato plant that is this big in a big pot. You're wasting your money. Go buy the little tiny seedlings that are like $2, $3. Don't spend more than $5 on anything. I mean, $2, $3 max. If you're spending more money on that for one started plant of anything, you're spending too much money. Go somewhere else. Definitely seeing, people trying to jack prices up. They're taking advantage of you. And then when you go and look, for a plant and it's in a pot, if you see multiple stems coming out, there's usually more than one plant in some of these pots. If that's the case, you can just buy that one pot, go home, separate it, and now you've got like 4 plants. So just some tips on getting you the most bang for your buck if you're gonna actually go out and buy started plants. The benefit of growing from seed though is that you will spend a lot less money buying a packet of seeds and be able to start a lot more plants. So again, it depends on your why and what you're actually trying to do in your home garden this year. If you only need a couple plants, you don't have to start everything from seed. But if you're growing a very, very big garden, it's gonna get very expensive very quickly buying all these started plants. I hope today's video was inspiring and helpful to you. Now go and order your seeds. Don't wait too long, because pretty soon we're gonna be starting seeds and you wanna have all your materials ready to go. Make sure to like and follow, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care, friends.